Salutations! My name is Drunker, and today we are back with another episode of Crave Saga. That is right. Today we are not going to be reading through the 5th chapter, but instead we'll be reading through a past event titled Sunny Treasure Hunt, or Rain Rain Go Away. Now, I need Crave Saga to explain why are there three summer events happening back to back, but it was in the past, so maybe they might have forgotten the reason, but it's still enjoyable because so far they are really pushing the standards in these holiday themed events. And I'm excited. So, will they keep this up in Rain Rain Go Away Sunny Treasure Hunt? Well, we will see. Now, we got 10 stories today, I have to count. So, let us see what happens. It's actually been a while since I last read a Crave Saga event. So I'm really excited. And I know there's gonna be another one, so I'll be reading that too, and it's a guess what? It's another summer event. Golly. And guess what? In Anados, it is another summer event. There are 2 summer events that I'm reading. Oh my goodness. It's Dragonfire and Bright Summer Fest Nighttime. So yeah. Tune in to those videos that are coming about. But yeah. So, we are gonna first start off with The Boy Who Dreamed. Not sure who this boy is, but we'll see now. This was Eternian. Who? It came to be called the Clouded Village at some point due to the rain which seemed to pour endlessly. It had continued to fall throughout the years, from days of drizzle to torrential downpours. At best, it would be cloudy. The blue sky rarely ever poked its way through. Oh. Oh. Oh, so this is Eternian. A soul-traveling merchant had made his way there. Well, here or there could also work. A young man who was standing next to the village entrance noticed him before running over to him. Oh! Oh, it's you! Ah, you're a traveler? Welcome. Yeah, I've heard about a strange village where it rains all year long. Guess this is the place, huh? Yep, it's been continuously raining for so long here that many people have forgotten what the sun is like. Same goes for me. I don't know what it's like when it's sunny at all. As far as back as they can remember, it's always been rainy. The young man was a bright and cheerful image, as he were a child of the sun itself. The name's Andrei. And you? I'm Gordolf, the traveling merchant. Nice to meet you. But I'm feeling a little sleepy. Would it be okay if I slept here? You can't do that. You should at least make your way to the inn. Then I'll need to sell something to pay for a room. Andrei, was it? How about you buy something? Gordolf then drops his baggage and spread out his wares. You're just gonna open up shop here? You really go your own way, don't you? Andrei was taken aback with a surprised look in his eyes as he viewed his wares. I've never seen any of this stuff around here before. You sell a lot of this stuff out there as well? All these items are handmade by myself. I make them using materials I picked up on my travels. Handmade from materials you picked up? How amazing! I've never been outside this village before, so I'd like to hear more of the world outside. Will you tell me? Very well. For example, I made this here from materials I picked up when I was in the nation of Styria. We just went there. Gordolf's manner of speaking was slow and laid back, but Andrei was still excited by what he was saying. To start, this world is made up of 4 great nations, each with their own unique characteristics. The Snow Country Rapamania, the Holy Nation of the North. The great military nation of Thessalonia, located in the rich warm plains. Then there's the technological nation of Styria, where machine technology is booming. There's a diverse group of commercial city-states with a casino, desert, arts, and more. And surrounded by these four nations, on the sea centered in the continent, is the neutral city Kusan.
Is the world really that big? I can't believe it!
Gordolf's story seemed like a fairy tale to Andrei, who had never left the city which never saw the sun. But Gordolf just smiled cheerfully at him. It's all true. I don't tell no lies.
Ah, no way!
Andrei could not help but be taken aback. Not only are there areas where it rarely rains, but there are some where it snows or is even sunny. The Harakane I saw in Kusan were particularly beautiful.
Harakane? Oh, you mean that flower attached to the branch that Bran carries with him?
That's right. It calls forth spring, but from the looks of it, it seems you've never seen one bloom. A Harakane in full bloom is something to behold. Such a pretty flower, and seeing the blue sky full colored by the pink petals following to the ground. It just made me so happy to see that. A warm smile came across Gordolf's face as if he were imagining it. It was a smile which blossomed brightly like the flower itself to a village which never saw the sun.
So, a beautiful flower that blossoms under a blue sky, huh? I'd like to see one for myself.
Are there no flowers in this village? There are some that blossom during the rainy season in other areas.
It's not that we don't have them, but what I want to see isn't some flower that blossoms on rainy days. We're famous for golden sun legendrias. Look, there's one over there.
A budding plant stood in the direction in which Andrei pointed.
We have these plants all over the village, but it seems they only blossom on sunny days.
Seems, you say?
Yeah, since I'd never experienced a sunny day myself, I don't really know how those flowers bloom. And it isn't just me, even people who lived in this village a long time ago had forgot.
I see. Seems quite a waste, considering how many of them you have around here. These legendrias could be seen here, and there throughout the village. But in this village, where they never saw the sun, they would not blossom. I sure bet they blossom beautifully if you had a sunny day in this village. This village would be a sight to see with all those golden sun legendrias blossoming under a blue sky.
Yeah, Bia, you're right.
Hey, what's gotten into you all of a sudden?
It's just being in this village where it only ever rains. It got me feeling dark to the core.
Really? You look pretty cheerful to me.
There was a time I was able to do something about it, but I just couldn't get myself to act. But I want to see it sunny. I want to see those legendrias bloom no matter what.
Oh well, that's a good mindset to have. But how and when is this rain gonna stop? I mean, the weather, it just does whatever it pleases.
Well, any reasonable person would know that's impossible. But according to a legend in this village, there's the treasure, which is said to bring out the sun. It's said that when holding this treasure, if you wish for it, it can drive away the clouds in an instant.
Sounds like something really useful to have. Oh my goodness, it's a sacred, isn't it? It's a sacred. But then, why has it been raining for so long in this village when you had something like that?
Well, it's because no one knows exactly where this treasure is.
So it is just a legend in the end, huh?
Yeah, it appears to be in one of the forests nearby, but up until now, no one has come across it. Or maybe the legend was just a lie and such a treasure doesn't even exist.
Andrei's shoulders dropped as the energy drained from him. However, Gordolf smiled as if to cheer him up. I'm sure it exists. I mean, there wouldn't be such a legend if it didn't.
I see. So then surely the treasure exists.
Wow. That didn't take too long.
But how should we look for it? We know it's in the forest nearby, but we can't find it on that alone.
Speaking of which, I did hear the master's headed for this village. You coincidentally into this village, huh?
The master?
He's a friend of mine. He has this power where it's like he can sense treasures or something.
So you think if we ask this master guy, he can take us to where the treasure is?
If everything goes well.
Alright, everything seems so clear now all of a sudden. First off, let us look for this master. Gordolf, you're a friend of this master, right? Come with me.
But I'm feeling hungry. I want something to eat.
Then how about you get something to eat?
And then a nap after that.
You really do go at your own speed, huh?
Andrei asked time and time again, but Gordolf just kept refusing, using varying excuses. Finally, Andrei gave up on trying to convince him.
He said that the master was headed for this village, then I guess I should go and meet up with him. But the master's also looking for treasure. This could end up being quite a struggle. Or not, I just have to get him to show me to the treasure, then take it for myself. I feel sorry for the master, but this is for the sake of this village.
Strengthening his resolution, Andrei quickly departed the village on his own. Okay, so this is called Inevitable Coincidence. The rain continued to gently rain. The forest was soaking wet, yet peacefully still. A single young man raced down a winding narrow path through the trees.
Outsiders usually take this path, which means if I stick to it...
According to that traveling merchant, Gordolf, the master and his friends should be headed for Eternian. And if that's the case, we should bump into each other on this path.
Someone's there. Could that be the master and his party?
Andrei initially hid himself in the shade of a tree, watching what unfolded. Then he heard,
This rain is so depressing. Can we find a secret capable of pushing a stop to it?
"Don't be absurd, Orto. We don't even know precisely where this thing may be." "Excuse me, master. I do get the feeling it's somewhere around this forest."
It is a pretty big forest, but we have no clue, nor do we have any landmarks to go by. And looking for this sacred aside, we seem to be lost. Is it really okay for us to take this path?
"We're just groping around through the darkness. I'm so irritated I don't have my wings." "Can't you fly, Orto? Surely you could figure something out with a look from above, couldn't you?"
I'm only floating. It's not like I'm flying.
"Master, please leave it to me. The sacred should be this way."
X, that's the path we just came down.
The master and his party chatted boisterously in the rain.
Is that the master? I figured they'd be quite prudish, but they seem surprisingly normal. But how convenient they seem to be lost.
Wonder if there's a village nearby. We could ask about the sacred.
Alright, let's try talking to them.
Just then, the moment Andrei was about to reveal himself.
Who's there? You've been peeping on us, haven't you? Did they notice me?
"We know you're hiding behind that tree over there. Quietly come out."
They totally saw me. How did they know I was here?
As surprised as he was, Andrei stepped out to show himself.
Hey, you all travelers?
"That's right. You don't perhaps live in a village nearby, do you?"
I'm Andrei. I live in a village called Eternian. What perfect timing for you to show up. What do you mean?
"Andrei, was it? I'm Kun. We're on a journey to save everyone."
You wouldn't happen to be the master, would you?
"Oh, so you could tell he was the master, young man. What a keen eye you have. Can I just say though, voicing Excalibur and Barbaros, it's easier to voice Excalibur with this voice than Barbaros. Golly. I don't understand. Why is it so hard for Barbaros? Ugh.
So word of the mouth has traveled this far. Guess that means he's become famous. They have entirely the wrong idea, but whatever, I guess. But Andrei, why were you listening in on our conversation just now? Well...
Hakuma, wouldn't you be at the first vigilant towards outsiders coming in?
I guess I would be.
Hakuma looks suspiciously at Andrei.
That guy is pretty perceptive. Can't afford to look careless.
Andrei's goal was to get the master to show him to the treasure, then steal it from under him in the end. It appeared Hakuma had caught wind of his somewhat uncomfortable feelings towards this.
This isn't just some carefree group of people. I need to keep my wits about me. Well, what were you all talking about just now? I couldn't hear from as far away as I was.
Well, we heard a rumor about a sacred able to stop the rain.
A sacred? Is he talking about the treasure? We know it's somewhere around this forest.
Andy, would you know anything about it, seeing as you live in a nearby village?
Who's Andy? I told you my name was Andrei, didn't I? Sorry about that. That's just how X is. Pay him no mind.
So, you know where the sacred is? I'm sure your village would have some sort of legend about it.
We do have such a legend, but no one knows where it is.
Andrei continued talking about the treasure and how it was not passed down exactly where it was.
So no one has seen it? If so, there's a chance this could just be the product of the villagers' wishes. What? That can't be true. Can it?
The villagers want the rain to stop. It isn't unreasonable to think this treasure was birthed from that. No, I am sure I feel the presence of a sacred. It has to be around here. Then it's no mistake. Surely the rain-ending sacred is nearby, though we still don't know exactly where. Kun nodded in belief. The rest of the group all then nodded in agreement to X's words.
I don't know what they're planning, but they all seem to believe. Guess there's a treasure after all.
This deepened Andrei's belief as well. All that was left to do was look.
Seems like you all have lost your way, huh? Must have been hard considering how deep this forest goes.
That's right. Oh, but would you mind helping us look for it?
For sure. Especially since I haven't ever seen this legendary treasure my village speaks of.
Really? That'd help us a lot. Thank you.
We wouldn't need to worry about getting lost with someone familiar with the land of our side.
I wish my secret sensing abilities were a bit sharper. You've been doing well, X. Don't worry about it.
Either way, you'll serve as our compass. Which direction do you think the sacred is in?
After welcoming Andrei, the master and his party began their search for the sacred once again. Did you not stop by the village first? Golly. However, it wasn't only Andrei who was peeping on them from the shadows. Who? Oh. Tesoro? Huh. I don't know how to voice this dude, but okay. That was close. Oh my god, wait a second. Are you a Sinbad offspring? Oh my god, you're another one of them. Golly, we saw your brother like a few chapters ago. He's dead now, so yeah. We definitely wouldn't been found out if that Andrei guy hadn't been there. Isn't that right, Gary? That's why I told you to be careful, Tesoro. Those guys aren't normal dudes. They're the same lot who captured me and took back what I had pilfered, after all. The notorious thief Gary, he had once faced off with the master and tried to pickpocket him. But surprisingly, the master had found Gary after getting lost in the crowd, taking back what was stolen. That's only because of how foolish you act, Gary. Besides being the greatest treasure hunter there is, I would never make such a blunder. So you say, even though it was you who got the one and only treasure map wet, totally ruining it. I couldn't help it. I had no clue it was written on something that would be so easily dissolved by water. My goodness. He even has almost the same personality as Sinbad. Not getting a map wet is the most basic of basics though. Is this really gonna be okay? I can't accept it just going on what you're saying. It's gotta be okay, right? I mean, it's true I am the best treasure hunter around, isn't it? I wonder. Gary sighed. He had put his wholehearted trust in this man at first, but things weren't looking good. It's when the pair had met a few days ago. Gary had spent the day pickpocketing, using that money to drink that night. However, Gary had become bored with repeating this day in and day out. I'm bored with these small marks. I want to do a big job, but nothing comes to mind. Gary sat at the counter, drinking and depressed. A new customer was sat beside him. Gary's eyes opened wide in surprise when he looked over the customer sat beside him. There sat the Tesoro, the treasure hunter famous even in the underground. He had never spoken with him directly, but had seen him from afar before. No doubt, that's him. But why is he here? Is this just a coincidence? But it was more than a coincidence. Without introducing himself, Tessero spoke to him. You have any interest in treasure hunting, Gary? You know my name? Have you come looking for me? You're the best around these parts, are you not? I was thinking there would be no better man to serve by my side than you. I'm happy you want to enlist my skills, but you just want someone to support you, huh? What's the score? A reign-ending treasure, or something like that. Heard about it? Can't say I have, but... A treasure, huh? Doesn't sound bad to me. To Gary, who had grown bored of pilfering around town, was excited hearing the word treasure once again. Tessero skillfully explained as Gary leaned and forward to listen. The village of Eternian, which never saw the sun, a gloomy village where it was eternally raining. But at the same time, it is said that there is a legendary treasure there which can dispel the rain. Doesn't seem like some ordinary fairy tale, does it? I would have paid it absolutely no heed were there be no proof at all. But I found this. Gary gulped as he looked at what Tessero presented to him. Is this a treasure map? Could it be? Unbelievable, huh? Even I was suspicious of it at first. But the person who wrote this old map left a memo on it. In case it rains again for years to end, I have left the map here showing where the treasure is. It says, wow. Sounds credible, so the person who wrote this might have actually used the treasure to stop the rain? But then hid it, fearing its powers could be abused, which is why the only clue we have is this map. And after bouncing from place to place, it found its way to me, Tessero, the treasure hunter. This has to be fate, don't you think? Not sure if I would call that fate, but it is interesting. It might be worth looking for it. And it's settled. The pair bashed their glasses together and joined hands. However, this has gotten out of hand. Gary was trying his hardest to bear his frustration, his feet soaking wet from the falling rain. Tessero, the famed treasure hunter, as magnificent as he was also careless, making many small mistakes. He was the exact opposite of Gary, who had what one might call an artisan's temperament. Not only did he get the map wet, making it unable to be used, he failed to even copy it down somewhere. To Gary, he could only think of this as a huge mistake, but Tessero himself simply laughed it off. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether we have the map or not. What's important is the map in our minds and our will. If we have that, we are sure to find the treasure. Is this guy an idiot or something? However, I don't think his record is just for show. Tessero's elusive character, a treasure in an unknown location, and this depressing rain. And now Kun and the others are here before us. What an unlucky day. Good grief, I'm supposed to be a thief and not no treasure hunter. It's unlike me to stress over getting some treasure. I should be smart and use my refined thieving skills. Gary sighed deeply as he looked down at his mud-covered feet. Tessero, on the other hand... That Andrei, it looks like my little brother from back in my hometown. What? You're not even the same species. Is he adopted or something? The boy from a nearby village who'd met the master, though a different race, his face felt the same. He was younger than Tessero. He had become family, having set his goal in becoming a treasure hunter. Is it okay for such a weak guy to be this deep in the forest? Hope he doesn't get himself hurt. Aside from the desire to find this treasure, a different feeling now started to boil within Tessero. This is called Suspension Bridge Crisis. Ooh. Master and his gang proceeded through the rainy forest.
We strayed quite a ways from the proper path. X, are you sure we're going the right way?
Don't say such perplexing things, Hakuma. I'm stretching my senses to even pick up on this weak sensation. We're relying on X's senses. We have no choice but to believe in him.
Besides, surely this legendary treasure wouldn't just be sitting around some normal path.
So we're aiming to go deep in the forest. Andrei, you think there's something in this direction?
If we keep on this path, we'll come to a deep valley just beyond the forest. A valley, huh? But wasn't this rain-ending treasure supposed to be in the forest according to legend? That's right, but I would think the entire forest has been searched by the villagers up until now.
Maybe someone moved it as time passed, making it impossible to spot by anyone. That sounds possible. Seems we have to rely on X after all. Please show us the way. Please leave it to me, Master. X was in high spirits and he charged ahead.
You really are a mysterious man, X. You can even sense treasures.
They're sacreds, not treasures, and X is able to somehow sense them because he's one as well, it seems.
Sacreds? He's one too? What are you talking about?
Our first option of the story. Answer honestly. Sacreds are part of the original God King's power. They take a crystallized form here in the human world. And they have mysterious powers, which is why I'm sure this rain-ending treasure is the same.
I don't really understand, but it sounds amazing.
Okay, let's talk about how charming the sacreds are. There are lots of strange sacreds, but they're all strong, cool, and generally good.
Hey Kun, what in the hell kind of explanation is that?
Shut up, Hakuma! Keep talking, Master. The party continued forward as the foolish conversation continued. Tessero and Gary quietly followed behind them. They keep getting lost, but they're going in the same general direction. Surely the treasure is this way. Hey Tessero, we're gonna hurt our backs walking low through the grass like this. Anything else we can try? Just be patient a little more. We're just about to exit the forest. I'll be really pissed if we still don't end up finding the treasure. Moving along in impossible postures at times, Tessero and Gary kept the perfect distance, tailing the master. They finally made it out of the forest, coming to a deep valley with a rope bridge spanning across it. Whoa, what a sheer cliff!
And the rope bridge looks pretty old, but does this mean we have to cross it?
Master, I can sense that the sacred is still ahead of us in this direction.
What should we do? Are we going to cross that bridge?
It's barely holding on at the moment, which means we might end up falling as soon as we cross it. Maybe we should try circling around it.
Circle around it? What are you talking about?
Andrei leapt on ahead as Master and his group were hesitating.
The treasure is just ahead, right? Then we have to cross, don't we?
Oh, Andrei, that's dangerous.
It's fine, it's fine. It's totally fine, really? See.
Andrei took a few steps onto the rope bridge before anyone could stop him.
Huh? I'm not gonna fall. It's surprisingly sturdy.
Andrei attempted to proceed even further. The rope bridge squeaked with each step.
This is scary. Is he really gonna be okay?
Or is it just that he knew this bridge was safe because he lives in a village nearby?
No, he's just being reckless. I wouldn't be surprised if he fell at any moment from how it looks.
What shall we do, Master? Are we going to follow after him? We would surely fall if we all crossed together, so as frustrating as it may be, let's watch Andrei cross. The ropes holding the bridge up looks like they're gonna snap even now. At most, one can cross at a time. Just as he was thinking that. The rope tore to pieces, making cracking and snapping sounds as it did.
What? Oh!
Andrei!
I told you! Grab onto the rope!
The rope bridge collapsed in an instant, falling through the air. Andrei desperately reached for a rope.
That was close!
Andrei's hand had barely reached one as he now hung mid-air below the cliff. But after looking at the cliff below, he let out a scream.
Ah! Save me!
Have I only had my wings now? But this isn't the time to be saying that. Andrei, are you okay? We're coming to save you. Yeah, everyone, do what you can to help him. Of course, Master.
We're gonna save you. Just don't give up on us, Andrei.
Master and his group worked together, reeling in the rope to pull Andrei up. On the other hand, the pair who were tailing them. Man, that was dangerous. I thought that kid was done for. Watching as he was hidden in the grass, Gary felt relief at what he saw. I'd like to go and assist Kun and the others, but they'd know we were tailing them if we did now. As hard as it is, we need to remain silently hidden. Gary's wore a painful expression. He knew he had to leave this up to Kun and his gang. However, Tessero just stood beside him with his arms folded. Hey, don't tell me your worst case scenario. I'll jump in. We definitely can't just let that happen. What? That's a reckless idea, you know. Just leave it to them. Despite the pair arguing behind them, Master and the rest desperately pulling up the rope didn't notice. You can do it, Andrei. Don't give up.
Just a little longer. Put your back into it. And backs. Not just you, Andrei, but also us too. Golly. Easy for you to say. There's still a long way to go. And the rain is making the rope slippery. I can't grip it any harder. My hands are slipping. This isn't good.
The rope finally slipped from Andrei's hand and he fell down head over heels.
Save me! Andrei!
Everyone leaped out to save Andrei without any one of them saying a word. But there was one a half step ahead of the master and his group who were desperately tending the rope. I got this! Get out of the way! Tessero! Eh? Who's that? And is that you, Gary? There was a moment of confusion during which Tessero had already thrown himself into the air. I'm gonna save you! Whoa! Tessero disappeared in the blink of an eye, down into the valley's depths. Right after piling onto Andrei's, the two impacted the river below, blasting a huge column of water. But the pair did now surface right away. So this is called Unbreakable Bond of Brothers. Tessero isn't surfacing. Don't tell me you went and died on me. Tessero and Andrei fell into the river below. Looking down at it, the group sighed deeply.
That was quite a high fall for a pair who haven't yet been awakened.
We can only pray that the river was deep enough.
They haven't surfaced yet, which just goes to show how deep it must be. Let's hope and wait.
What shall we do now, Master? Go and rescue those two, of course. Master and the gang hurried downriver from where the two were swept away. However, Kun was still mindful of Gary, having been reunited with him after such a long time. I'm surprised to see you again, Gary, but this isn't a coincidence, is it? Guess I have no choice. Gary scratched the back of his head as he began simply explaining the details.
I see. So then the person that jumped out just now was the famous treasure hunter Tessero, huh?
Yeah, we were relying on this treasure map, but it was rendered useless after it got wet. But just then you all came, and hearing you were looking for the treasure, we just followed behind you.
So in other words, you're all after the sacred as well, huh? But our interest overlapping like this does pose a problem. But this could end up becoming a problem. What do you intend on doing, Kun?
Surely we can work everything out by talking.
How can you say something so naive?
Either way, I'm more worried about Andrei and Tessero right now. We can worry about our hunt for the sacred later.
Yeah, you're right. Our priority now should clearly be their safety.
I feel the same, Kun. Master's right. Let us go to them.
Then we'll need to hurry. They've surely been carried downstream.
I'll go with you. The group then darted off briskly, running through the rain. Andrei crawled his way up to the riverbank, lifting himself up. His entire body hurt, and though he swallowed some river water, he bore no heavy injuries.
Who is this guy?
Andrei immediately noticed a man laying on the ground beside him.
Oh, I remember. When I fell from the cliff, this guy jumped down after me and protected me. I don't remember anything after that, but I think he saved me. But this guy, who is he?
Oh,
You've gained consciousness!
As in pain as he seemed, the man managed to lift himself up. He then took notice of Andrei. You okay?
I am fine.
I see. Glad to hear it. The man seemed relieved. He appeared honestly happy that Andrei was safe.
You're a strange one, but how about you?
Oh, I am Tessero, and despite how I may appear, I am a famous treasure hunter.
I wasn't asking about that. I was asking if you are okay or not.
This is nothing. I've fallen from much higher places exploring uncharted areas before. Tessero gave out a tremendous laugh before immediately writhing in pain.
Seems you're not fine after all. I mean, I can't move myself either.
The pair spread out on their backs on the riverside in an attempt to recoup their energy.
But hey, why did you save me? This is the first time we've met, isn't it?
It's not that I thought before I acted. My body just moved on its own. Besides, you look like the brother I left behind in my hometown.
Your brother?
I haven't seen him in a while, but he suddenly came to mind. Before I knew it, I jumped in to save you.
I see. Your brother, huh?
Andrei felt the warmth coming from Tessero. He wondered if this is what it felt like having an older brother.
I was looking for the treasure that stops the rain.
Andrei suddenly confessed his own objective. He hadn't even said it to the master, seeing it may become a problem. He had kept it a secret. However, he was strangely able to tell Tessero without keeping anything to himself. Was it because he owed his life to him? Either way, Andrei felt relieved being able to tell his truth. I see. So you wish to bring the sun to your hometown, huh?
Neither I nor any of the other young villagers have seen the sun, and many others have forgotten it. Which is why I want to show it to everyone. And I want to make our famous legendias which only blossom in the sun bloom.
Andrei.
I kept the secret from even Kun. I can't believe I'm speaking so honestly to you. And why are you looking for the treasure, Tessero?
Me? Well, it's because I'm a treasure hunter, of course.
What do you mean? That doesn't answer my question.
As Andrei sulked, Tessero laughed out loud, responding by saying, of course. However, as he laughed, Tessero found himself touched by Andrei's pure reasoning. For the sake of his village, huh? What a splendid reason. And compared to that, why exactly am I looking for this treasure anyway? He had forgotten why before he even knew it, and was now acting on instinct. He liked treasure and loved the adventure of going in search for it. However, before that, there must have been some other true motive. I don't know. What could it have been? Andrei and Tessero still lay spread out on the ground, recouping their energy. They could hear the sound of footsteps closing in on them.
Is it Kun and them? Did they come looking for us?
Andrei turned to look in anticipation. However, that wasn't who he saw standing there.
Oh my!
Well, it's called Demon of Despair attacks apparently, but yeah.
Oh my! Looks like we have a pair of freaking humans here! What were you doing? You weren't getting cozy with one another, were you? Looks like I got in your way. Yeah ha 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 ha! What the hell's with this monster?
What are you talking about? This here's a demon!
A demon? I've heard about them in stories, but they actually exist?
Yeah, demons do really exist, and they're far more bothersome than demons. This is also the first time for me seeing one up close.
Don't compare us with monsters. We are of a higher order, a class beyond any living thing in this world. And of course, we are even more advanced than yourselves. Which is why we are free to do as we please with you. Tee hee hee. What advanced are you? Laughing as vocally as you are. What a cocky little human. I should tie you to a tree and shame you. Exactly what I was thinking. Stop!
Don't you lay a hand on him! I absolutely won't allow it!
Same goes for you. Don't get ahead of yourself, human. Ha!
Ugh! Andrei and Tessa tried to resist, but being targeted in as weak a position as they were, they had no chance of escape.
Alright, that's it. What a nice view. What do you plan on doing to us tied to a tree? You should know, we're gonna tear you up your clothes as well as your body and really put a hurting on you. What you say? It's your fault for being weak. The weak gets eaten. We're gonna suck you down to the bones. You should really feel grateful. These guys are pure evil, more wicked than any ordinary monster.
Sorry, Andrei. I was at least hoping to help you escape. This is a desperate situation. The pair clenched their eyes shut, thinking this was the end. They could hear the demon's insane laughter. But that wasn't all. It's okay, we're here to save you!
Eh?
You! It all happened in a second. Kun used his short sword to skillfully tear apart the rope binding them. Alright, that should do it.
Now, surround them!
You're finished, demons!
You're not going to escape!
My, even more work I didn't sign up for. I will bestow upon you the holy light.
Ugh, what the hell is with these guys? Where the hell did they pop out from? Good, you came to save us!
We couldn't just abandon you like that. You're a friend now, after all. But I hope you've learned your lesson and won't do such reckless things again.
I'm sorry.
Gary, even you came to rescue us. Of course, Tesoro. It'd be hard to get sleep at night if I just let my partner die like that. Gary! But don't mistake me. I really just need your help in finding the treasure. I'll have to up my share. No complaining about it. And I won't.
Are these the humans with that divine power? You mean these guys? It appears you know exactly who men it is you laid your hands on. That's right, I'm the guiding spirit Orto. Master Kun and your friends, what are you doing here? I am the one who guided them. Take notice of me as well.
Same goes for you all. Never thought we'd be bumping heads with demons in such a remote region. You filthy evildoer reeks. It's about time someone cleans you up.
What should we do? We're surrounded and can't escape. They're gonna do us in. Don't get weak. They are just more prey for us. More prey, you say? Guess you're right about that. Quite a delicious situation when you put it that way. We will trample the master. He will be our gift to the demon lord. Yeah!
Oh, so that they haven't lost their will to fight.
Even if outnumbered, the destructive force we hold inside is greater than I fear. Do you not get careless? For you even to say that means their level's quite high.
We need to keep on guard.
Kun, I wanna help out too. I don't wanna be the only one being protected.
I wanna join in too. I'll pay you back 10 times what I owe. The two of you. Kun's eyes widened as he looked at the pair. He felt in his heart he could rely on the two of them, showing no fear in face of the demons. I've been prepared for a long time now to awaken you both. Yeah, let's go! The both of you! Divine Bond Awakening, Af Yellerman!
But you only just met the two of them, and you're doing two at the same time? But very well, it'll be the birth of two new soulmates.
The light finally faded, the pair appearing once again, reborn.
I'm overflowing with incredible power! It feels like I have become the very sun itself!
I've never felt so boiling with excitement in my life! The treasures are calling me!
The two of you are burning with that amazing divine power! Good job!
Master, I will not be beaten! Here, watch me! Those demons have no chance of winning now! This lot should be easy work. Let's go, everyone! The fight is on! Yeah! Alright, this is called A Night Before Arrest. Or The Night Before Arrest. Yeah. Alright, we beat the demons! That was no trouble at all for the master and myself.
Don't you take all the credit for yourselves, X! That's right, the victory was all of ours!
We were fated to be victorious. We would never yield to such demons.
Kun, thanks for saving us!
Allow me to thank you as well. That was quite a dangerous predicament we found ourselves in. Yeah, we sensed the presence of demons when we were looking for you. Figured you might be here. But to have gotten so close without being detected. Gary taught us a few of the basics, didn't you, Gary? For heaven's sake, it wouldn't have ended any different, were I here or not.
I wonder about that. Lots of our guys are pretty noisy, so we might have been spotted much earlier. Then the two of us might have been taken hostage, which could have turned out even more troublesome.
So, Andrei and I owe our safety to Gary then, huh?
Thanks, Gary.
I told you to stop that. Enough about me. It doesn't matter anymore. Gary raised his voice as he started to blush. Everyone smiled brightly around him.
Well, it's starting to get dark, and I'm exhausted from walking around all day in the rain.
Yeah, I think we should call it a day and set up camp. How about you join us, Tessero and Gary? Kun, though they may have become soulmates, they are members of the underworld.
It is their job to betray and catch others off guard. You really think this is okay?
Okay, golly, I completely forgot all the choices. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. We can trust them both.
What evidence do you have?
I mean, Tessero did save Andrei and Gary did help us rescue him, didn't he? People rotten to the core wouldn't do things like that, you know?
That too could just be a temporary. It is what I'm trying to say.
Let's believe in them. I want to try trusting in them instead of treating them suspiciously. That does sound very much like you, Kun.
You really are a good-natured one after all.
I can tell that abusive way of talking is out of the worry for the master, Hakuma. I too understand.
I'm not worried about him. It's just the truth.
I just believe in Master. If Master says it'll be okay, then that is good enough for me.
Good grief.
Thanks, X.
I agree with Kun. I'm sure these two are good people.
However, it's likely the treasure they're after is also the rain-ending sacred we're looking for. That worries me.
You have a point. That is our biggest problem. We could help each other out on our journey, but we could be heads in the end. How can we resolve this?
Well, I do owe you for saving my life. The treasure is yours this time. Oh, you sure, Tessero? Yeah, take it, you thief. This should be more than make up for what you did. What an excellent decision to hand it over to the master. I have changed my opinion on you, Tessero.
So you're saying as a treasure hunter you would be fine with us just being able to discover the treasure? I too can understand that feeling. Just finding something interesting is a joy in and of itself. Gary, how do you feel? Don't you want money or something?
I'm not particularly in need at the moment. I was only helping finding the treasure as a change of pace. Things weren't going particularly well between Tessero and I, but if we were with you, I've no other requests. What do you mean by that, Gary? You're saying my presence is a handicap to you? Come on, you know all the trouble we've gone through already because of you. Tessero flinched as Gary went on about his dissatisfaction with their adventure, but the back and forth between the pair was humorous to all those around them, making them smile.
That atmosphere feels incredibly friendly. But could the famous treasure hunter Tessero really let go of a treasure so easily?
Hakuma had some doubts as he stared over at Tessero. Master and the gang set up a tent in the relative dryness below a tree before it got completely dark. They used magic to forcefully ignite some damp firewood before Hakuma took care of the cooking. Though the rain continued to fall around them, the cheerful and lively meal brought the group relief. The night then grew late.
Still can't sleep. A whole lot did happen today though. But I would have never had such experiences if I had been an Eternian.
Andrei was excited by the adventure he had never before experienced, finding himself unable to sleep. Andrei, looks like you're still awake, huh? Tessero quietly called out to him from beside him. We're finally gonna make our way to the treasure tomorrow. Thank goodness, huh? they were pretty close to the sacred according to Excalibur, they'd likely obtain it by noon the next day.
A rain-ending treasure, huh? Wonder what it's like. Wonder if it's round and shiny like the sun, or maybe it's like a blade, cutting through the clouds.
Andrei's imagination was starting to get him excited, but Tessero spoke in a more pragmatic manner. Those with their eye on the treasure now are the Master, you, and myself.
Didn't you say you were gonna give it to the Master, Tessero? Was that all a lie?
I was just trying to put them all off guard.
How dirty! They all believed in you, you know.
That even you are hiding the fact you're after the treasure from Kun too, right?
Well,
there's only one treasure in the end. Early bird gets the worm, don't they? Are you fine with the treasure being taken by someone else?
I don't want that. But we do owe the Master for saving us from the demons.
What would you do if we were unable to get your hands on the treasure? You won't be able to bring the sun to your village. And you won't be able to make those Ludgentias in your village bloom, will you?
That's right. I want to bring the sun to my beloved Eternian. And I want to show the Ludgentias to everyone in the village. To that end, I'll do whatever it takes.
Then you know what it is you have to do, don't you? You'll have to be quicker, faster, and more nimble than either the Master or I to get the treasure.
You don't need to tell me that.
Andrei pulled his blanket over his head before falling asleep. Tessero then whispered, I hope I can get it. Ooh. He then closed his eyes with a smile on his face. So this is called intersecting ideas. Master, I can feel the strong presence of a sacred coming from within that cave. So you're saying the sacred is inside? Then let's go and look immediately. Exactly. That should help me get a more precise sense of where it is at. Looks like we finally made our way to the inner sanctum.
But the legend in my village said it was in a nearby forest. Guess it's reasonable to think after all this time someone likely moved it.
And because of that, the villagers couldn't find the treasure, which is why the rain has continued. And that map which got wet to the point of being useless may have held no meaning at all after all. So you're saying someone made their way to the treasure and then moved it already?
But who could have moved it? Could it be a treasure hunter like Tessero?
If I were a treasure hunter, they would have either sold what they found or added it to their collection. Either way, they had moved it closer to other people. It's suspicious why it's so deep inside here.
Anyway, we have no choice but to move forth now. Are you prepared, Kun?
That's right. Focus up, everyone. Yeah!
Looks like a natural cave. I don't see any traces to suggest this was by hand.
There are loads of forking paths, making it quite complicated from here on out.
We might get lost leaving as well. We should clearly mark our way as we continue ahead.
Seems like you know the basics of being a treasure hunter. Definitely not amateurs, huh? We're not on this adventure just for show. However, this cave is eerie. The unpleasant anticipation is making my skin crawl. Gary's body shivered as if it felt a chill. What are you getting all scared about, Gary? But I'm nervous. It is important that a thief has the ability to sense out danger. There could be some sort of unthinkable monsters lying in wait for us up ahead. I just can't help but feeling that way. You're more timidly than I thought. For me, just thinking about that treasure waiting for us up ahead, I can't help but feel excited. Hakumo looked quizzically at Tessero as he let out a tremendous laugh.
I thought Tessero said he'd give away the sacred. How can he be so excited by a treasure he's not getting?
I don't think he could sell himself in the underworld by simply knowing he had a glance at it.
Let's just keep vigilant, Shmuel.
Right. The group then continued carefully deeper into the cave. They finally came to a spacious opening. There, the group were surprised.
Huh? What's with this sparkly place?
The light from our torches is reflecting off it. It's lighting up all these metals.
Those aren't ordinary metals. They're inlaid with precious metals and gems and valuable ornaments.
Oh, a mountain of treasure, you say?
Could this be someone's hidden treasure? Like a sort of storehouse or something?
Well, there is a lot of clearly worthless scarp. It's like it's just been amassed here. Who could have gathered all this in a place like this? It would have been a pain to just bring it here. The cave's depths held mystery after mystery. However, this wasn't the treasure the group was after. There was a shiny round stone among the countless treasures. It was decorated like a small sun. Don't tell me that's the rain-ending treasure.
The Sunstone!
Before the overwhelming presence, the master and his group could only stand there in awe. But as they stood upright, a swift shadow came racing in from beside them. The treasure is mine! Kun and the others looked surprisingly over at Tessero. Tessero, what's gotten into you all of a sudden?
You should have known! That was his plan from the very beginning!
How dare you deceive Master!
Tessero, we believed in you, but why?
We were keeping watch for this, but he got us when we least expected it. Tessero, you're not gonna get away with this act. Now hurry up and return the treasure to Master.
What should we do, Kun? This is exactly what you were warned about.
Tessero, as kind as you were to save Andrei, why this? What reason could you have? Tessero suddenly smiled gently at Kun, as Kun looked at him. You still don't know anything about me. Like why I'm a treasure hunter. Or even about my little brother. Little brother? You have a little brother? But Tessero did not answer his question, instead snapping his fingers. What? Oh, the lights went out!
Oh no! When did he set this up?
If we're not able to see the light of the sunstone, it was likely put in a leather bag or something.
We cannot let Tessero escape. We absolutely must secure the sacred. But what are we gonna do now, not being able to see all that? All that, I mean, golly.
Heh, too late. I got the treasure. What the hell's this? Whoa, stop! Gah! Was that Tessero's scream? What's going on?
Let's start by lighting our torches once more. Leave it to me.
Hakuma used his fire magic. The inside of the cave slowly brightly once again. However, there was now a large figure standing ready there which wasn't there before. Oh. A dragon! And look how big it is!
This is the giant dragon they also talk about in legends from our village. According to legend, this dragon used to attack surrounding villages and towns, gathering shiny things. This was all hundreds of years ago, but I can't believe it survived this long.
So in other words, this is my nest. What? So in other words, this is my nest.
So we know who moved the sacred. It was gathered as part of his collection, unbeknownst to humans.
What the heck did Shmuel say? Golly.
As intriguing as it is to see this legendary dragon, this isn't the time to be saying things like that.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't appear to be in the welcoming mood. In fact, he seems pissed we're here. We're acting just like others who have tried to steal his treasure. What is up with the spelling errors? Save me! Tessero had been captured by the giant dragon, and it was likely he could be crushed at any moment. He made easy work of Tessero. Even as an awakened soulmate, he's no match for that thing on his own. We have plenty of allies on our side. What shall we do, Master?
No need to fear, Kun. He may be a legendary giant dragon, but you are part of humanity's greatest legend. To further build this legend, you must not let those of the past get the better of you.
I get that. This is to rescue Tessero and then take back the sacred. Everyone lend me your strength. Yeah. This is called Whereabouts of the Sun. Golly. You did it, Master. You defeated the giant dragon.
As a true master would.
More importantly, what happened to Tessero? He hadn't captured, but I wonder if he's okay. Oh, ow! Ow! Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you for saving me.
He doesn't appear to be injured. Quite amusing Tessero was unscathed during the fight with that dragon.
What good yet undeserved luck that guy has. I wouldn't have been able to stay a treasure hunter if I didn't. A calming atmosphere befell the group as they chatted pleasantly. However...
You idiot! Give us back the sacred at once!
That's right, Tessero. Would you mind hiding over the sunstone? Being saved once again after that scrape with the demons. Guess I can't resist any longer. But let me ask something first. Why do you all need this treasure? Huh? Didn't we tell you? Kun explained how he needed the sacred as masters. Sacreds, I mean. Wow. the Last Judgment. Seems I'm no match for you after all, Master. However, it is most definitely unnecessary for you to do so for such weaklings as me. I dislike considerate guys like you who fight so desperately even for those weak before them. I was overcome by your purity. Sorry, but would you mind giving up on the stone for me? What?
This guy, what's he's after this late in the game?
Seems he's basically saying that he will not be handing over the sacred.
What are we to do now that he's not gonna hand it over even after hearing the facts?
Master, what shall we do? Tessero, you weren't perhaps after the Sunstone for someone else's sake, were you? You reminded me of the reason I searched for treasure. This reward is the least I could do. Master's asking who that is. Answer him properly. He doesn't know when to give up. That's not like Tessero. Seems he's trying to keep us talking.
Oh no, he's just buying time! Speaking of which, where's Andrei?
When did he disappear?
Thank you, Tessero.
Andrei raced off. He'd hidden himself during the fight with the dragon before being handed the Sunstone. This is your village's treasure, right? Then you absolutely must have it. The way he said that was someone imposing on him. But Andrei certainly accepted it. The Sunstone in the bag, as well as Tessero's feelings. Andrei, run! His voice echoed from far behind.
Yeah! Sorry, Kun and everyone else. I have to get going.
Andrei nodded deeply, swiftly running off with his newly awakened power.
We totally lost sight of him! This cave does have a confusing amount of pots in after all. Must have used that against us. The marks he left pointing us to the exit have also been tampered with. Andrei was his accomplice too then. He totally got us.
But I still can't think Tessero or Andrei are bad people at all. Hey Tessero, who's Andrei? What exactly was his reason for looking for the sacred? Thinking on it, Andrei had showed up before Kun and the rest at just the right time. It may be true he was from a villager nearby, but no one knows his true intentions.
Answer, Tessero! Why'd you give the sacred to Andrei? What is he after?
Heh, no need to yell. He doesn't even have the smallest bit of intent of misusing it. Andrei just wanted to bring sunny weather to his hometown, is all. Sunny weather to his hometown? Eternian, which knew not the sun, Andrei just wanted to bring the sun to the place he was from. A fresh blue sky and the brightness of the sun. He just longed for it, only searching for a way to bring his ideal to life. The Sunstone was Eternian's only hope. The rain wouldn't clear without it, nor could they afford to let some outsider run off with it. I see, so then that must have been why he got close to us in the beginning. Yeah, it was because you would show him to the hidden treasure. But please, don't torment Andrei for this. He acted purely for the sake of his hometown. I was deeply impressed by his determination. Sorry, but if you're gonna get in his way... We will not get in Andrei's way. Even if we would have helped him had he told us that beforehand.
At any rate, we should hurry to Eternian, Andrei's village.
That's right. Once Andrei has achieved this goal, the sacred...
Idiot, the Sunstone may be the rain-ending treasure, but it will not be that easy to activate its power.
You're right, and I'd be worried about Andrei if something happened. Everyone, let us rush to where Andrei is.
Yeah.
What the heck? This is called Clear Sky.
I'm back. I made it back. Hey everyone, we did it. I finally did it.
What's this? Is that Andrei? So noisy. What exactly is it that you did?
Everyone, gather around. I finally found it.
And what is it that you found?
The rain-ending treasure, the Sunstone.
The villagers who gathered were set abuzz by Andrei's words. Even Andrei could see the feelings of disbelief and hope lighting up in their faces. To meet their expectations, Andrei took the Sunstone out from the bag to show them.
See, look at it. This is the legendary treasure, the Sunstone.
The villagers were buzzing. Oh, it's as shining as the legends say. Is that the real thing?
It has to be the real thing. I'm gonna make it sunny now. Just you watch. I'm gonna bring the shining sun to this village which has all but forgotten it.
As the villagers watched on, Andrei raised the treasure towards the heavens.
Rain, stop!
Andrei spoke strongly. These words came from the bottom of his heart, having never seen the sun. However, nothing happened. Andrei repeated this many times.
Rain, stop! Rain, stop! Rain, stop!
I mean, it was raining, so that's why my voice cracked. The sound of rain continued. The villagers sighed. The treasure remained silent. The villagers' shoulders dropped, and they left with gloomy looks on their faces. Looks like the legend was just a fairy tale after all. It's not like something capable of so conveniently stopping the rain could even exist.
Rain, stop! Rain, stop! Rain, rain! Stop this already!
The hope the villagers held, and the belief that the sun could shine even in a place it always rained.
Rain, rain, rain!
But Andrei's eyes grew moist. Was it the rain or his own tears? You should head home before you catch a cold, Andrei. Then there was no one else around Andrei.
Stop this! Stop this already!
But the treasure remained silent, and the rain continued to fall. Andrei finally grimaced, dropping in place to his knees.
Damn it! Why?
It couldn't be fake. There's no way what took so long for Master and the treasure hunter to find was fake. But it wouldn't respond to Andrei's call.
Why? Damn it!
Andrei tossed the treasure he wanted so long for aside. He then began to wail. Pounded by the cold rain, Andrei suffered from feelings of despair and guilt. Though he had betrayed Kun and everyone to obtain it, it had all been for nothing. However, a man appeared, picking up the mud-covered treasure and gently placing his hand on Andrei's shoulder. Sorry we're late, Andrei.
Kun?
It's okay, we heard all about what's going on from Tessero. It must have been hard carrying that burden all by yourself.
I'm so sorry.
It's all okay now. I can make your wish come true. Kun hugged tightly onto Andrei, then raised up the treasure. Here we go. Divine Bond Awaken, Af Hellerman. That is not a stone. What is this guy talking? You guys, I swear. There was a surge of white light. It was bright as the sun or winter lighting, a light so strong it would make one squint involuntarily. Then in a moment, a shining silhouette emerged as the light faded. Oh, yo, my name is Ra. I cut through the darkness and bring light to the world. I'm the king of the sun. Okay.
Is this that treasure? Looks like it's about to get even more crowded. A new ally has been born.
Disregarding the master and referring to himself as the Sun King. What a rude individual. However, I feel an unabashedly large amount of divine power from him. He is quite the sacred. Oh, hold on a second. This isn't good. It's raining, isn't it? I'm not good with low pressure. Makes my head hurt. Hey, what happened with that majestic way you were acting before? Seems he's somehow really weak to rain and low pressure. Ra, you okay? Wanna rest up somewhere? So, you're the master, the one who called upon me. This sucks. My head hurts so bad I can't take it. Is so incredibly weak. Couldn't you try to pull it together a bit more? Shut up. Everyone has things they're not good with. I don't know what to do. My head hurts so bad. Everyone's begging for it, so please put an end to this horrendous rain.
Hold on a second. You're the rain-ending sacred, right, Ra?
That's right. Aren't you able to stop the rain with your own power? Oh, right. I just have to use the power of the sun to stop this rain, huh?
How could you not realize that until someone told you? I'm begging you to. It's been continuously raining in this village for countless years. Please, Ra, bring some sunny day weather to this village.
Very well. I will grant your request. Ra then raised his hands over his head and cried out. Oh, my golden sun, bestow this poor village the gift of your brilliant light. Soon after, the sound of rain around them stopped and it was quiet. Did the rain stop? Could it be? Sensing something strange, the villagers also appeared from their homes, each of them putting out their hands, confirming it was in fact not raining. They then looked up at the sky which had always been filled with dark clouds. Ooh. This light! A ray of light pierced through dark clouds, shining down on the village. In the center of that light was Ra, as well as Master and Andrei, the young man he held in his arms. It was a magnificent sight, as if a god had descended. But after a while, the light expanded far and wide. The entire village and the area around it was engulfed in bright light. Oh, it's bright and so warm! I remember now, this is the light from the sun! The villagers were excited, even Master and his gang were stroking their chests.
My, looks like the rain finally stopped. I never knew the light from the sun could feel this good. I just hope my fur hurries up and dries out already.
You look best with light shining on you after all, Master. This light is so beautiful, as if everything it shines upon. This is definitely not something one can steal. Didn't you know there are some treasures in this world which cannot be stolen?
Thanks, but I have one more request.
Let us hear it. I'm feeling good with the sun shining as it is. I'll grant whatever wish I can.
Those flowers, the golden sun hydrangeas.
You are talking about those buds over there, aren't you? No problem whatsoever. Alright, flowers, take in the sun's power and bloom with pride. Ra concentrated on the ground, causing the earth below his feet to grow warm. The buds all around town then started to shake, and then...
The hydrangeas!
The elusive flowers then started to bloom, one after the other. Oh, are they actually showing it here, or am I just delusional? I don't know. Their petals bloomed wide, shining beautifully as if they were planted in the sun itself. The dream had come true.
Thank you, Ra, and thank you, Kun. And I'm sorry.
Andrei cried a river into Kun's chest as he spoke. Kun gently embraced Andrei. Tester smiled when he saw this. Thank goodness, Andrei. A large rainbow stretched across the blue sky, adorning the celebratory bouquet beneath it. This is called No Rainbow Without Rain. This is the last part. There were two brothers who lived quietly in a corner of the world. They had no big hopes. They spent their days working in the fields, eating off the little food they had. But the soil grew poor, and their lives grew increasingly difficult. They would starve to death at this rate, but just then, the older brother caught wind of a rumor. There was a treasure in some nearby ruins, something they would usually just laugh off. However, hoping to save his little brother from starving, the older brother headed for the ruins. He solved countless riddles, evaded traps, and successfully located the treasure. It was a mountain of gold. The older brother took all he could carry and headed home. And then, seeing how his brother looked, so innocent and happier than he had ever been before, that is when Tessero decided what path is what he needed to follow. The village was overflowing with energy. People wandered outdoors, chatting amicably and playing around. It was understandable how the villagers could be so restless. And it wasn't just yesterday, but it's sunny today too. This must be thrilling for this village. Just then, the traveling merchant could also be seen talking up a storm in the village square. Alright then, time for a big sale. Buy whatever your heart's desire. Huh? Is that Gordov? When did he get to this village? Oh, visiting you, Kun. I've been in this village for quite a few days now. Huh? Then what were you doing during the Sun Festival which suddenly broke out yesterday? I was sleeping at the inn. You really do get at your own speed, don't ya? Gordov, I want to buy a present for Master.
X, don't you think you can get a leg up on me?
How about this? As everyone started chatting about, Scoon suddenly wiped the sweat from his cheeks. It's hot. Totally different from how cold the rain felt on my skin up until yesterday. Looking towards the path ahead, villagers could be seen hurriedly running in his direction. Lord Master, save us! Huh? What's the matter?
The sun god is going crazy! Please do something about it!
Ra, what happened to him? Just please come with us. He's this way. The sunlight keeps getting stronger. How great the sun is. We should all bathe together in its light. It's too hot. It just keeps getting warmer and warmer, and the sunlight is too strong. I can feel my skin burning. Is this what they call a suntan? What are you doing, Ra? Oh, if it isn't Kun. I'm just bathing in the sunshine. It feels great. How about you? Wanna join me, Kun? It's already too hot, you know. This is enough already. Don't resist. Bathing in the sunlight will melt away any worries you have. It strengthens your bones.
Do you not know how to restrain yourself? At this rate, all of our villagers will dry up and the village will turn into a desert.
Well, if you're real men, then you should bathe in the sun.
Stop! Won't you put an end to this, Ra?
Everyone tried desperately to stop the sultry, rampaging sun god. After convincing him, Ra stopped using his abilities and the sky suddenly began to darken. I can't take this. My head's killing me. I can't bear it. Ra ran off, holding his head in his hand. After that, the master and his gang gathered at the village entrance after taking a while to get ready. Alright then, it's about time we get going.
Thanks for taking care of us this short while.
It's up to you to protect the village, Andrei.
Let us meet again someday.
Farewell.
Right, thank you everyone.
I'll be making my way to the next village as well.
Thank you too, Gordolf. I was able to go on this adventure because of all you told me.
That's good to hear. I hope you'll buy lots from me should we meet again. Well then, looks like we finally finished our work here. Good grief, what a vain effort that all was. But you at least seem to have fun, huh, Gary? Yeah, wasn't a bad way to kill time. What are you gonna do now, Tessero? Look for some new treasure, I take it? Nah, I'm gonna head back to my hometown. I've been thinking about my little brother I left back there. Tessero poked at Andrei's cheek as he spoke. Will you be okay on your own, Andrei?
Yeah, though with Ra having left the village, I'm sure it will start to rain again soon. But it won't be rainy in my heart any longer. I mean, Kun, everyone, you brought the big round sun to us all.
Andrei pounded his chest firmly as he spoke. He wore a bright smile on his face, as dazzling as the true sun itself. Alright, that is it for the end of... That's right, Sunny Treasure Hunt, or Rain Rain Go Away, whatever title suits best. But anyway, we are going to be on to the review section, which is technically my first impression since it's still fresh in my mind. I am going to need some time to think about the story as well as how it connects to the main story as well. So yeah. Okay, so I have a few problems with this event, okay? And that is that I feel like the characters weren't utilized very well, especially not just with half of the Masters group, but also with an Andrei, Gary, and the Tessero. I didn't really understand why Andrei could have just you know, like help the master to go to this village so they can rest there and recollect, but instead they literally went the whole way in the rain, by the way. Like, I felt like the decision was a bit weird, honestly, considering for a character like Andrei, because Andrei wanted to bring the sun back, but is he really that desperate to steal the treasure from him? Like, even the master said like, oh, why can't they just tell us? Like, that's just the thing. Like, I don't understand why Andrei could have just wouldn't just tell the master. Like, what? Unless Tessero, like, unless said something, or also, why did Grandolf, whatever his name is, why didn't he tell that the master was a good group and they could just like, hey, maybe you can help me with the treasure, or so you can bring that back my village instead? Like, I don't know what's up with the writing decision for this chapter. It's absolutely insane how they had to go the whole way just to add these different conflicts when the solution was right there in front of them. Like, I understand that for a story, right? They're trying to add conflict. However, it does not work Like, it does not work when there's literally a more convenient option. Because I'm reading this, I'm like, bro, like, Andrei, what are you doing? Honestly, if maybe the conflict were about Andrei and maybe the people, like, what happens if I see the sun? Will I get burned or something from the legends? Like, if it were like trying to settle with the people or something, it would have worked efficiently. And unexpectedly, people have said that they've forgotten the sun already, but then like right after in the end, everyone was like, oh my god, it's the sun! Like, what? This event could have had more, honestly. It felt a bit flawed. Not bit, very, very flawed. I'm kind of disappointed about this event. It could have really been a bit more than it showed. Tessero was probably the best character out of this. Everyone else was just a bit of a bore, honestly. And Andrei didn't make any sense. Grandolph, I don't know why, like, I don't even know why he didn't, like, he was supposed to fuel it, but I don't know why he could have just said, like, hey, the Master's a good group. You should definitely pay attention to them. Unless I'm missing something, of course. But yeah, or maybe they could have changed Andrei's perspective instead of being neutral to that for Grandolph, but yeah. So I think unfortunately I'm gonna have to rate this a 3.4 out of 10. This is a very flawed event. I'm not sure what the scenes, there's no visuals to see, and in all honesty, it's pretty much just reused models. So yeah, except for the giant dragon, that was a cool design. But unfortunately, this event is it's way too low for my liking, and I'm gonna give this a 3.4 out of 10 without any Eureka bonuses. So yeah. Man, I'm kind of disappointed in Crave for this event, honestly. But oh well, this is still event 4, and I just read the recent event, which is Altite Swim Contest, and that was a really good event. Okay, it was really good. It was so much fun. Like, that was the fun that I was expecting. But I guess not every event is gonna do it for me. So, what do you think about the events? Share your comments in the comment section below. And also, what do you think about the characters? And maybe some stuff that I didn't know about them that's only seen in your bedroom scene, or maybe the artist may have said something about it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this episode of Crave Saga. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see y'all whenever. Bye bye!